Hello everybody, MD Polo here. Thank you very much for joining me, and a very, very happy new year to you and to your loved ones. As we say goodbye to 2022 and we welcome 2023, I wanted to share with you a list of my top 6 handguns of 2022. By no means am I implying that these were new to 2022, they were just new to me and to the channel. The way I'm going to show them to you, they're not in any particular order. I'm just going to show them to you and tell you why I like them, why I got them, and look for your interaction, look for your comments below. Let me know what you think of these guns, or what was your top list? Could be top 5, top 6. Let me know what your top list was for 2022. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, we're back. The first one we're going to take a look at is the most recent addition to the channel, and this is the FNX-45 Tactical. Obviously chambered in 45 auto. It's a 45 ACP handgun, and it is an absolute beast. It comes with 3 mags, 15 rounds plus 1 of 45 ACP. As you saw in the video, I had a problem with this, but it was not caused whatsoever by the pistol. It was actually the SRO that I had in there that had mounted on it that was extending and that was protruding into the ejection chamber and causing the malfunctions. Now, one of my viewers correctly stated that Trigicon in the literature of the SRO warns you about that problem and overhanging over the ejection chamber. So obviously I neglected to read that part of the manual, and it just never occurred to me. Just absolutely a beast of a gun. It's got a good trigger. It's a combat trigger, but it's a good trigger. Threaded barrel, Trigicon suppressor height night sights from the factory. Good co-witness. Actually, that's one of the things that I like better about the SRO was the window on the glass is a lot bigger, and the co-witness, it didn't take up as much as of the window as it does with the RMR. But since I put the RMR on, it's been absolutely flawless. And here you can see I've got a Streamlight TLR 1HL. So there you go. It's a great package. 45 ACP, 15 rounds. You just can't beat that. Next, and again, in no particular order, is one of my daily carries, and this is the HK VP9 SK. Optics ready. It's just a beautiful handgun. For me, it shoots like a dream. Some people will say that in today's market, this gun doesn't make sense anymore. Because if you have only, 12 rounds capacity, and because of the size of it, right now you can get the X Macro from Sig and have 17 rounds in a package not much bigger than this. So why does this make sense to me today? Optics ready. The reason it makes sense for me today is because I shoot it very, very well. It's comfortable for me to carry, and as you can see here, I've got the Heine straight 8 night sights, suppressor ready. So if I decide to put a red dot on this, they're going to co-witness very, very nicely. These are night sights, so it's got the tritium dot up here, serrated, and in the back you've got the square U-notch with a tritium dot, also serrated. I hope the focus there is cooperating, but does it make sense in today's market? Maybe for you, no. That's up to you. Paddle release works fantastic. I mean, this thing is a tank. And Heine night sights, which I love. I think you're going to see a pattern here. Let me get this out of the way. Another one that I absolutely loved, and I got this year, is this 1911 by Kimber. And this is the stainless Target 2, and it's got lock grips. I like the orange, and I'm sure Big John's on Guns and Gear is going to love the orange as well. Even if you haven't seen his channel, you've got to check him out. Lock grips, and I thank Lock for sending those in. And again, Heine sights, and these are the straight 8, but these are the gold bead dots. You can see the gold bead there. And come on, focus. There it is, the other gold bead. So it makes it a fantastic shooting picture. There it is. And this gun, not only do I think it's beautiful, but it just fits my hand like an absolute glove. And as I told you, this is everything has been safety checked a couple times. This is a 9mm. This is not a 45 ACP, 1911. But because of that, it is very comfortable to shoot. It's been flawless. It's got Wilson Combat Mags on it. Wilson Combat Mags. It's just an absolute dream to shoot. Next one we're going to look at, it's going to be Glock 17. And when I did this video, it actually was because Gear Runner did a video on his, and all the slide work was done by Dynamic Weapon Solutions. And I thought to myself, like, wait a second, I think I've got one of those. So I went, dug it out, and sure enough, here's the slide by Dynamic Weapon Solutions. And this is the Mark III. So it's a really, really nice work. And this one's got the Holosun mounted on top. This is the 509T. And let me tell you right now, that's my favorite red dot. Stock trigger, nothing's been done to the trigger. And it's got AmeriGlow sights that co-witness perfectly for me. I like that lower 1/3 like that. But it co-witness perfect. It's got the green dot up front. It has got the serrated solid back. There it is. And everything else is stock. I wanted to, aside from the top part, I wanted to keep it as stock as possible. Fits great in my hand. Absolutely love this gun. Glock 17, as you know, 17 rounds of 9mm. What else do we have here? Yes, we've got the Sig P320 X5 Legion. And this, the last time you saw it, it was wearing the Wilson Combat Grip Module. And let me digress a little bit. Everything is stock that you see here internally. Nothing's been modified to the gun. It's got this new Olight, and this is the new Valkyrie PL3. I like it quite a bit. It's worked fine, and I like how it has several settings, including the strobe setting, and I like that very much. It's got fiber optic front, and also the Holosun 509T. So you're starting to see a pattern here with me. I really like it. And then I'm trying to find out the mounting plate that was used. All this setup was done by ZR Tactical Solutions, and he's the one that put this plate with a rear sight on it. But it works really well. I like it. And going back to what I started to say, is the last time you saw this, it had the Wilson Combat Grip Module. And I love the way it looked. I like how ergonomic it is. But this, with a tungsten infused in the grip, and it also has, I don't think you can see it in there, it's got in there, you can see the tungsten weight. So it's got quite a bit of weight to this grip, and it really helps with the balance of the gun. When it had the Wilson Combat Grip Module, the balance changed completely, and I was not happy with it. This is the first time that I haven't been happy with a Wilson Grip Module. It had nothing to do really about the ergonomics or that I didn't like it. It just changed the balance of this gun to a point that I wasn't happy with it. And but other than that, I absolutely love this gun. Let's put this aside. We're getting close to the end. It's not going to be a long video here. The last one we're going to look at, it's going to be probably my favorite this year. And this is the Langdon Tactical. And this is the Elite LTT, of course, the 92. And as you can tell, it's got all the trigger work from Langdon. It's been dehorned as well. It's got AmeriGlow sights, front and rear. They are tritium serrated. And let me tell you, this is one of the finest shooting handguns I own. The trigger is just absolutely insane. Nice mags. This is the 15 round, but it's got the same coating as the trigger and all the internals. And the front, going to the front here, you can see that the crowning was done by ZR Tactical. This is an option you can also get directly from Langdon, but I had mine done over at ZR Tactical. He did a fantastic job there. Stainless steel guide rod. And the trigger on this thing, it is just, it's hard to describe until you try it. It's got, from the factory, it came with these grips, the VZ grips, but I've got, I think, 5 or 6 lock grips that go with this, including the heavy brass. And the heavy brass just, they make your gun heavy, and it just sits perfectly in your hand. The balance is superb. But let me show you, the double action here, it's in the 6-pound range, but oh my gosh, it's just so incredible. And then if you go to single action, now you're in the 3-pound range. And look at that reset. There, that's it. And it is, there's no grit, there's no stutter, it's just smooth all the way through. Some people like, or some people don't like the exposed barrel part of it. I've never had a problem with it. But it's just, I cannot tell you how superb this gun is. So here you have it, the Beretta LTT Elite by Langdon Tactical. And that's it, my friends. I wanted to show you the top handguns that I got in 2022. What are your thoughts on this list? I would love to know your list. And what do you think of the guns that I put on the table in front of you? Anyway, as always, I look forward to your interaction. I look forward to your comments. Please remember that I upload videos every Friday morning, and when I can on Wednesday mornings as well. If you want to know what's coming to the channel before it hits YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram, and there you can see what's coming to the channel way before it hits YouTube. Once again, thank you very much for stopping by. Happy New Year, and until the next time, God bless.